Hello, I'm Deborah Sword.
Hi, I'm Tyson Mankert.
Tyson, we talk a lot about how we show up in the world.
Hmm.
This is terminology that you use quite a bit. And I've also heard it described as a communication audit, which is how you show up in your
Yeah.
communication.
Hmm.
When you use the term showing up, what does it mean to you?
Mm. Yeah, it means to me how you want to bring people together, how people experience you, what you say, what you do, and then really also how you follow up with things, right? And I think I always think about back to that quote. It's not really what you say, it's how you is what people make you feel. And I think that for me is, in essence, what potentially, if someone were to look at that, is your communication audit, right? It's how you communicate.
So, how do you make it not about a performance? It
Mm,
seems to me that there's a spectrum. So, we hear conflict managers talk about tone of voice,
hmm.
the importance of the words you use, of how your feelings leak out. You could be saying one thing, but your face seems to
Right.
be registering something else. So, how do you do the complete
Hmm.
body scan?
Well, it seems like that it's that authenticity, right? Of is this feel like what how I genuinely want to show up and communicate? Am I able to? I think it's also about skill, right? So much of our work is really being able to share with people what makes the most sense for you in conflict or even just in your normal day-to-day interactions, right? And so I think what's important when it comes to like making us feel like an image. And oftentimes, I think when we operate in that image way, we tend to actually fall into the patterns that we're trying to actually reduce, right? Because this is how I think I'm supposed to feel, or this is how I think I'm supposed to say this. And so part of I think when we talk about auditing, it's really being able to look at mistakes in the past and saying, how have is that working for us, right? Part of an audit is being able to go if something works or doesn't. And so I think that's a really important piece when it comes to that image. It's like what because we're all having to balance that first of all, right? We all have either the image and then also what we really want to say
Yeah.
and how we want to behave. So I think it's really about trying to align make the right alignments.
And I hear in that when you talk about image, particularly, is that there's an honesty,
Mm.
that it's not faking, you are showing up with your true, authentic, honest self
Hmm.
and expecting that you will get feedback if that isn't working. People have a way
Mm.
of letting you know you're being a jerk or
Right.
you are hurting me or you are being insensitive. So you can accept the feedback with humility. So part of the communication audit is accepting it seems to me, accepting that you don't have it right all the time,
Mhm.
that there is another way of being in the world, and you don't own everything that is correct,
Mhm.
and your worldview is one of many possible ways of looking at things.
And I think what I like also what you're alluding to is in any good audit, you have recommendations, right? This is what we're going to doing differently now moving forward are things that we need to work on, our priorities. And I think in any when we're open to that kind, I think part of that communication audit is being open to having that dialogue with someone about, hey, here's what I think you might need to change or shift in order to be more communicative.
And I wouldn't be afraid to ask for the feedback.
Right, yeah.
So I might say to you, Tyson, what I just said sounded right in my head. How did you receive it? How
Mm,
did it sound to you? Because the look on your face suggested that there was something about your response that was a step back.
hmm.
Here's what I intended. How did you receive it?
Hmm.
I would ask for feedback. That's part of the communication audit.
And I think also something too that is important to kind of reflect or think about is how you might document that, right? Like what exactly is it? Is it a recording of the look or the conversation between the two people? Is it in writing down? Is it note taking or journaling? Or is there a way to sort of be able to deliver and or receive that message that you can kind of go back to over time and go, okay, like this is something that I need to kind of continue to work on, and then allowing for that audit to be nurtured.
So you're looking for patterns
Hmm.
in writing, and
Sure.
particularly if you're journaling.
Yeah.
The other is, again, the humility to say, you and I just experienced
Mm.
something together. We heard the same words. I'm pretty sure we didn't interpret them the
Right.
same way
Right.
because that's impossible.
Hmm.
My life experiences are vastly different than
Hmm.
yours. So we are going to interpret things differently. And I have the humility, hopefully, it's something I continue to work on, but hopefully
Me
have
too.
the humility to say, my interpretation is one possibility.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
We'll talk about this again because I think this is a really big topic.
Yeah, no, this is good. There was lots of things that came up for me around this conversation. So thank you so much for listening. Hope you like, subscribe, and continue to follow along. See you next week.